Uncivilized Vitality, and we're gonna do a little gear review about my pouch. Okay, so do a little gear review today about another belt pack or pouch. I've mentioned this one before, and then we'll be able to zoom in and get a lot of close-ups on this. This is the S.O.E. Special Operations Equipment, S.O.E. Fupa, right? I'm not going to explain Fupa. You can Google that and look it up. But it's just basically a fanny pack. It's super straightforward and simplistic, kind of elegant in its design. It has a strap, so you can wear this as, for instance, a standard belt pack right here, and it has a set of straps so that you can wear it as a chest rig. So I'm going to go over that. Two things first to note, because I've had this for a while from S.O.E. It comes with the belt for the fanny pack or belt pack configuration. You can also get it with a Velcro back that comes up and hangs down under your load-bearing vest or your chest rig with a like an apron style Velcro pouch that hangs. I got the ones with the straps because I'm not running around with chest rig on all the time. The thing is, and I'll admit it right now, I lost the belt and the shoulder straps that they send with it. Shoulder straps came with two 1-inch webbing, two 1-inch webbing straps with side release buckles, male and female, on each one. And the belt was large, 2-inch webbing with side release buckles on each end. I have, like I said, lost my buckles, my belts. So what I've done is I just put some 2-inch webbing together, and I put some of the first spear tubes, this is the female tube, on each end, the quick release tubes, and then on the 2-inch webbing, this is the back of the S.O.E. Fupa, I put the male, and I just run those and use those instead of a side release buckle. Instead of the side release buckles. Right, they're quick, you just grab a little tab, yoink, comes right off. Right? When I'm running it as a chest rig configuration, like I said, I lost the straps, so I grabbed some 1-inch webbing and my handy sewing machine, a couple of 1-inch tri-glides, and a whole bunch of grim locks, and I made myself a little harness that folds up. This actually does double duty because I found that I can take the grim locks off, and I use those for a variety of things as well. All right, so what I typically do, you'll see on the back, I just leave those first spear tubes on there, they're not in the way. Then there are two other 1-inch tabs oriented vertically and two toward the bottom of the back of the pouch oriented this way. So I take my grim locks and I slip those through the tabs at the back. And then these two grim locks toward the front. And I did sew in a couple of 1-inch tri-glides so that I could adjust that. This is set up so I can wear it for most of the year, and then I can get an extra 2 or 3 inches out of that strapping to go over top of a couple extra winter layers if I'm wearing that, if I choose to wear this one in the winter. Now typically, seeing that it's got this sort of setup, so I've sewn that in there. And to get into it, just like any chest rig, just take off that lower right. You slip your left arm and head through the rig so it sits in the back. Find that strap from underneath. Just slip it down through there. Close the gate, and then you're ready to roll. So then I've got it as a chest rig. Let me turn so we can see that. Now, is it the best? No. Is it homemade? Yeah, because I lost the straps that came with it. What are you going to do? By lose, I mean they're in my gear box of webbing and buckles and things like that. So I could probably find them, but I had the sewing machine out. I just whipped up some new ones. Now, is this as comfortable as my Hill People Gear chest rig? No. I do still prefer the Hill People Gear chest rig, and you can check out a ton of our Hill People Gear review videos. I just thought it'd be fair to do a review video on some other gear that I do enjoy, and no one paid me to do this. I really like this S.O.E. Fupa. I usually carry it day to day as the fanny pack configuration, but with these straps in my backpack when I get to camp, or maybe as I'm walking in, or definitely at night, I wear this in my hammock so that I keep things handy. So let's take off the strapping, now that you've seen that, and show you the rest of the bag. Okay. So we'll take off the chest rig strap, which I've shown, and the 2-inch webbing for the belt. Okay, so the bag is pretty simple itself. I forgot the dimensions, but you can just go to S.O.E. Gear and look up the dimensions for the Fupa. This one's in multicam black. It comes in a lot of different colors. It's pretty straightforward. It's got a small loop field on the front so you can attach morale patches or anything else you want. And it's got one pocket in the front, which is, I'll give you something to see that in a minute, but it's pretty deep. It goes the entire space of this front panel, right? Fits my hand in there. It's got a little bit of an overlap, and it's got 2 zippers. The zipper pulls are just cord or gutted paracord, okay? But it's YKK zippers throughout. I think big number 10s, real robust. Never gonna have a problem with the zippers. Now on the inside, let me go ahead and get some things out. All right, first of all, I do have my pistol, and I have a few things in there, and I'll show you a modification I've made. Okay. So first, let's get this out of the way. Okay. Set those things to the side for a minute. The inside of the bag always looks just like this. It's very simple. It's just one wide open pouch. It opens up clamshell all the way. Again, big YKK zippers, 2 zipper pulls from the right and the left. They go all the way around. Real robust. You could just grab this if it was on chest rig and pull it to rip it open. Okay, here's what the inside looks like. You have the loop field on the front and the loop field on the rear, so you can attach Velcro or hook lined morale patches or other types of inserts that we'll show you in a minute, administrative panels. In each of the corners on the inside, on both the front and the back, there are sewn these little loops, little paracord loops. And it's great for an S-beaner, right? I clip my S-beaner in here. I've got a small S-beaner up here. I don't know why I have that one, I forget. And then I made a little modification. I've just run a little piece of elastic cord through here from the top corner of the back, and I just feed that through the top corner in the front. I've seen this done with paracord too. Anyway, I just pop that through there so that when I open it, it doesn't flop all the way open. It just sits sort of like a tray. You could also run some paracord through the whole thing and get 2 little supports to keep the pouch from opening. All right, so without that there. So you got those little tie outs, little like dummy loops in all 4 corners on the front and the rear. There are no rear pockets on this. I kind of wish that S.O.E. would have sewn just a flat, maybe a small zipper, just a stash pocket on the back, on the part that rides against my body to slip papers or cash into. It has 4 drainage holes on the bottom of the bag, and I've got some shock cord with a cord keeper looped through there so that on the outside of the bag, I've crisscrossed that shock cord, and I can pull that free, and I can slip a tourniquet or a poncho or a fast rope or really anything in there, extra magazine if you're running your rifle around. So lots of things there, and the drainage holes, and I just keep that tucked up at the bottom. Oh, here's actually S.O.E.'s label. I don't know if we'll be able to zoom in on that. All right. Special operations equipment, all made in the USA, which is one of the big reasons I enjoyed this. Some people might say, you know, complain that the fit and finish on the inside, that those seams aren't taped or sealed. But for the money, this is a really robust, rugged piece of gear. I really enjoy it. If you don't like, let's say you run as a chest rig and you are running your pistol attached to that back, and you don't want that to fall open and spill all your gear. Just take a few precautions and set that up so that maybe, you know, like I've done, I've got this little yellow elastic cord, so when I open it, it doesn't drop all the way open in case I rip it down in a hurry. All right, so besides the shock cord that I keep folded up in the bottom, the insert that I like to use the most on the front panel is just this little 4-loop insert admin panel from Spiritus Systems. I usually use this with my Spiritus Systems SAC, which is the sub-abdominal carry kit. Basically, Spiritus Systems' version of the Fupa, or the Fupa is S.O.E's version of the Spiritus Systems. And it comes in 2 sizes. I just take this insert and I drop this right into, on that front panel, right into my bag. And in here I keep a tourniquet. I've got a small Snake Staff Systems tourniquet, an extra magazine, and my signal. And then over here I will put our little Uncivilized last resort boo-boo kit, which basically consists of a small roll of duct tape, some antibiotic lotion, a Mylar blanket, and a triangular bandage. That's about as minimal boo-boo kit as you can get. So if anyone's interested, we'll do a video on the small boo-boo kit as well. So between the small boo-boo kit and the tourniquet, I've got about a minimal first aid trauma bag as you can get. I also, now everybody on the internet's going to see this, I also keep a $20 bill just kind of tucked behind my insert in case I run out of money. Okay? And then on the back, I would Velcro in my pistol, close this thing up, right? And then I've got everything I need right in my S.O.E Fupa. It's not that big. I can run that around my waist. I can use the chest rig when I'm out on a longer campaign or a hike and I don't want to get into my backpack all the time for some of that smaller gear. And sometimes just run this, hit the microphone. I'll just run this across my body in a cross-body carry. Try not to hit the microphone. Just right there. I still can open that up. I can access everything. If I ripped it all the way down, I've got access to my pistol. Obviously, just for the video, the pistol's sitting there, so relaxed trolls. I would have it in a Velcro restraint, so it's in my pouch, or in my sheath with a trigger guard, so that it's riding safely and in a position where I can access it. And it's usually only in there if it's off body, like at camp, I need a break, take that out of my belt or something. All right, so that's the S.O.E Fupa. It's another alternative. I didn't want people to think I was exclusively pushing Hill People gear stuff. S.O.E gear, made in America, great. I love this just as much as my Hill People gear stuff. Actually, that's probably not true, but I really do like it. And I like the stuff from Spiritus Systems as well. So, there's a little gear review. Let me know if you've tried out the S.O.E Fupa and what other S.O.E gear that you use. I'm going to order a couple of their mesh pockets for the inside and see about outfitting my kit a little differently. Leave some comments below, give us a thumbs up, like and share, and holy smokes is the sun bright. Okay, that's it.